All right, night number 2. Here we go. You've joined us not only for a night of fun and disaster, but also for an opportunity to talk about the new Unity announcement. So get psyched up, people who are watching after the fact on YouTube. He also recently sold all his Unity stock, so maybe he's just in full sabotage mode. But yeah, that's. I guess the problem is I don't know enough about Unity and its business model to understand how they're making their money now, to be able to comment on how this changes things. My understanding, at least historically, was that the really nice thing about Unity is that they've really put developers in a good place for kind of like small operations. I don't like that Johan is up here by themselves. And actually, you probably need to come more over this way. Actually, if I move just a little bit, can I poke you without killing you? All right, good stuff. All right, there we go. But yeah, it does seem like one of those things where my suspicion is that this has something to do with stakeholders, and 2 elite archers up there too. Woof. I mean, because everything in this world does seem to have to do with that. Joy. The capitalist engine is running at full steam, as it were. But it does strike me as a very worrisome thing from the perspective of the indie game industry that I know lean very heavily on Unity for its ability to kind of like rapidly prototype a game and get it out there. Which I think is super important. I think that's how in an industry that is so dominated by like AAA titles and those types of things, it makes a big difference when the little guy can put something out and actually let it see the light of day. And if this is challenging that, I think that's a real shame, and I suspect it is. I would hate to see it stifle innovation. How much are we doing? We're doing like 600. We almost got the kill on this guy. Well, not if we hit that hard. Thought that counts on that one, I guess. I don't think we can... I mean, I think we can get this guy, just not... We can't get back far enough to get the rest, so... We'll leave a few standing, but I think that's okay. And then over here, I really didn't want Johan to be going aside alone. That was kind of my intention, was to avoid that, and now I feel like we're kind of getting the worst of all worlds here. I'm trying to conserve mana because I think Flurry of Strikes is going to be the thing that helps us take down these fools. Also, the nobody lined up in a straight line. I mean, we're gonna be okay, I guess. We're probably gonna... I don't know what we're gonna do about those archers up there. Cult of the Lamb jokingly tweeted that they're deleting the game when this Unity update occurs. How sure are you that that was a joke? Not to naysay, but like I feel I feel that response big time. I'm transferring this hero up to hopefully help next turn. Because I think I'm more worried about this up here than the alternative. Which in and of itself is a worrisome thing to say. You know, not to not to say that that isn't a possibility, but it always surprises me how little say folks have over the decision making of the companies that they work for. It's just unfortunate because, you know, those are the people that are making this company as successful as it is, but that does not mean that the company has any interest in listening to them or even paying them appropriately, for that matter. All right. Lots and lots and lots of archers. The good news is that only one of the archers came in this turn. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but... All right, we should probably switch over here. Try and finish this guy off this way. 21. 21, you say? That's not great. This could probably at least clean some folks up. Probably should have saved that for a little later. But I think we're gonna shift back this way because this is getting to be a little overwhelming. It's always baffling that people who make the decisions are not even remotely familiar with their company's products. They're familiar with a different aspect of their company's products, which is kind of like a nice way of saying that the reality is I don't doubt for a second that this person, who I have never heard of, who happens to be the CEO of Unity, is very, very, very aware of the profit model and how their company makes revenue, blah, 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 etc. I just question if they have any practical knowledge of, like, why their product is as successful as it is. Because I think that's the challenge, is that I think those who create the product and make the product successful, or the consumers, are the people who really have a good handle, from my perspective, on why the product has become so successful. And the CEOs often just take that for granted and ask the question, how can we leverage that, right? How can we take the success that we have found and leverage it into more money? We had 2 Mirror Shield guys over here. It's kind of gross. I think I'm just going to see if we can take this guy out. Everything will be okay if we get rid of him. Famous last words. All right, now you... How does this look? Does it look better if we move over one? Nah, let's just do this. Yeah, I think it is very easy as a as a CEO, which I have never been, for the record. I have never been the CEO of Unity, but it's very easy to get fixated on what the success of a product can be parlayed into, more so than how do we maintain that dominance. Yeah, but I mean, but the problem is like, you know, my suspicion is that there's no person inside of the Unity organization who is an expert in all of the places that you need to be an expert in to kind of like make this decision, right? Like there's going to be a bunch of economists who are exceptionally good at being like, well, you know, the Unity product can be leveraged in this way to make this much money, blah, 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 or, you know, fill in the blank. And then there's a bunch of other people that are, say, like the developers who are like, well, the reason people are using it is because we've made this framework that is, you know, extensible and flexible and blah, blah, you know, so on and so forth. And the two rarely sit in a room together, unfortunately. And I think that's one of the things that happens in most corporate settings, unfortunately, is that you never have a critical mass of all of the expertise that you need to make good decisions. Why did you shoot my house? There's a dude right here that you can shoot. I just had a bizarre thought. Do enemies respect line of sight blocking from blockers? Like, did this archer not shoot me because this blocker blocked their line of sight? It strikes me as it probably works that way, because you can like hide behind things. I never thought of it. I never thought of the possibility that you could say, surround yourself with 4 blockers, and archers, for instance, wouldn't be able to shoot you. I don't think this is like meta defining new tech or anything like that, but boy, is that weird to think about. So I'm just looking at it here, right? And we have this archer who, wait, no, look. Oh, actually, hold on. Look, I don't know if you can see this on the screen because it's really small, but I'm mousing over maiming shot, and look at the tile underneath my hero. I am clearly in range of maiming shot, but the tile underneath my hero is blocked. And then if you go diagonal down and right, the 2 tiles, so if I highlight this tile here is in range, and then this tile and this tile are in range. But if I mouse over it, those 2 tiles that I just highlighted that are in the gap there are both grayed out, which means that yes, blockers do adversely affect the vision of ranged enemies. What? It's amazing to me that I am only discovering this now, like with 800 hours in the games. I believe both of them have vision, but I am not 1,000% sure. So it, you know, that obviously limits the possibility. Now this over here is looking a little gross. Yeah. Clearly this was the missing link, right? The thing that we always needed to level up our last spell game to its final form is unquestionably, like all along, we've just been missing out on the incredible potential of weaponizing blockers against the enemy. We'll have to test it out now that we can see it. We can check to see. I'm gonna focus the archers first here. That was a bit of a waste of some momentum. Also, our ballista are not subject. Ballista have vision. Now you... Let's make sure we're getting some good momentum hits in here. And then we're just leaning on... We're leaning on the ballistas quite heavily here. You think we have a little bit of panic? This house. I'm glad we didn't lose it, because I went to great lengths to upgrade. I guess we haven't not lost it yet. So I should probably shut up before I jinx it. In fact, I think I'm gonna transfer over this way and try and provide a little extra top cover. Yeah, so I think like what I've never done, like Illustrious, the thing that I have never done, and the reason that I missed that facet, and I actually didn't realize this until we just tried it, but I think it's super interesting that you can actually click on an enemy's ability and check its sightline. That's something that I've never done before. It makes perfect sense that you can do it, but I just had never done it before. Let's see, you have... There we go. We'll do that. Just trying to defend that house. Everything else should get cleaned up by the ballista. Sea of Stars. Kind of like Earthbound. Get off my stuff. Our town is taking a walloping. So Earthbound sounds very familiar without me immediately being able to pick it up. So let me bring up the trusty browser again, and let's see. Sea of Stars. As a reminder, while we're talking about these things, I'm pretty sure, Zach, you're already in the Discord, but the Discord remains the best place to recommend games, just because it's easy for me to keep a list there. But I also really like talking about the games that are on offer to get a handle on what people are excited about at any given moment. All right, those two are definitely dead. We didn't lose any buildings. That's the nicest thing I can say. Oh, don't worry about it, Zach. Don't worry about it. Just tossing it out there that definitely the best. Ooh, 2 out of 3. Oh, Vivian had that minus XP, didn't she? Grumble, grumble. But that's a lot of elite corpses. We did get 2 mountains here, right? Okay, good. All right, so let's see. Boom. 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 We're going mats again here. And then we'll grab a couple more items. Solid. All right, this is going to be our first boss wave. So one of these we don't get to reroll. This looks like a definite reroll. Pistol is super nice. We'll just lock that in. Two-handed sword with momentum and We could try making a two-handed sword work. I said it was going to be one-handed sword, but like our bodybuilder could rock with that. Our bodybuilder did not have coagulation though, if I recall correctly. Oh, they did. I just didn't take it. Ooh, that was a mistake. I chose bodybuilder too late. That's okay. They had trash up here, so you get 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can take coagulation. Relentless isn't that important to me, so maybe we take coagulation now. Wait, so armor is increased. Yeah, and then when we pick up organic armor. Wait, is this our body? This is our bodybuilder? We can't take proximity shot on our bodybuilder. Ugh. Gross. Okay. So let's see. We're going to take this sword. It's nice. That gives us rerolls here to try and find something better. I don't need an offhand pistol. 55 HP and a bunch of block isn't bad. That's my thinking. That's my thinking, Zach. Potentially controversial decision. I'll take that. And until we get organic armor, it won't fully realize its power, but let's see. I just picked up a couple things for you. So you're gonna go that. Oh, and I picked up this shield for you, but you can't because, well, we might replace the spear. That's a possibility. And the pistol can go here. Doot, doot, doot. Your accuracy is passable. You can take that. For now, you can take that. I don't actually think you're... I think what we do is we take this, we put that there, we put that there, and then we put that there. Yeah, I picked up that shield, but in hindsight, like, we're lacking offhands. Is, I think, the best way to put it. So let's see. So we grabbed yours. Like here, I think runic gift into inertia is probably better. And then you only get 2, so it's just going to be those 2. I don't really do vacations, Illustrious. I went to Hawaii like a year ago, I think, which was great. Loved it. But yeah, vacations are definitely not my strong suit. Much to my girlfriend's chagrin. But we are rich on materials, which is good timing because we've got 3 on each side. I think we have enough to finish off the corners, so let's do that. All right, we did, but we didn't get seasoned operators everywhere I wanted them. Probably not the end of the world. Now, which one of these is not upgraded? We should do that just because we have money. I could get another upgrade, but let's get another piece of gear. A multi-hit on a two-handed sword. Just what I've always wanted. I'm gonna grab this helmet because I think we haven't upgraded helmets and someone has... Yeah, you missed a level up because of that. Now we can sell all this stuff. And I see some more pistols. Also, is now a time to build an inn? It's probably not a terrible idea. We can pick up one more hero. Henri here looks good to me. Dwarf Blood and Short-Sighted are kind of a bummer. I prefer Ingrid, though. See what Ingrid is up to. Show me the money. Oh, Ingrid. Oh, Ingrid. Ingrid ain't it. Wow. Complete absence of anything. If we're going all momentum. I was excited about Assassin, for sure. Spiritual wasn't bad either. But I think she's a dismiss, but we don't quite have the resources to be able to dismiss her currently. So how do I want to handle that? Part of me thinks what I should do is just fish for as much, because she's level 6 right now, which is the same as all of our heroes. So maybe here's what I think we do. Here's the strategic move, because she does have defensive training. So let's find her. She does not, annoyingly, she does not have Avid Learner. It did indeed show up. Wolf, hold on. I just saw your message. Hey, saw you online. Want to drop by and say hi and thank you for the beginner's guide to the last spell. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. And also, welcome to the stream. And also, hey, Illustrious, it looks like things are still working. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build her for maximum XP only in order to give us a leg up on recruitment next turn. That's my thinking. So it doesn't really matter what we take here. We want defensive training. I'll give her a little more mobility. Runic Gift seems like a waste to pick up on her. I'll take longer weapons. Even though it's a waste, we may end up taking Runic Gift. First Blood is probably better for us. Then with one remaining, I'll take Proximity Shot, because I'm probably just going to give her the 2 pistols that we just collected. Well, we'll save them for later, obviously. But now what we're going to do is we're going to spend all of our rerolls on XP gain. Come on, show me the money here. All right, I want to reset to a full slate here. All right, 173% isn't bad. I may also look for some XP gain gear, just because we're going to be... The plan is to turn her into a bit of like a mana battery, except for the AP is sad to lose here, but she actually had pretty solid rolls. So, sad times. Ramsey is crit, so definitely crit power. The big crit power is great. The big momentum is great. More momentum. Some damage is good. All right. All right, the level ups are looking spicy right now. Your accuracy is bad, so I will grab that. Regular damage scaling is good. Disappointing levels there, for sure. And then Johan is our bodybuilder. Big health ups, for sure. We went back and got coagulation, so technically armor is better once we get to that next level. Skill range is decent here, I think. Oh, bad rolls there, for sure. I'll take the physical, even though we're going to get a ton of it from bodybuilder. Almost to the point of diminishing returns. So let's see. So weak side for Ingrid. Ingrid the disposable. We'll put you here. put you here and one arm here. This may be a little bit rough and tumble, but we'll see. Give it one roll. Let's see if we can get a few upgrades. There are a lot of pistols floating around. I think we might be able to use one more. Yeah, I think a pistol is better than a base level spear. I never played Fire Emblem, but ooh, almost missed ooh. Dang. Wow. We just got a lot of random AP goodies on folks. That was nice. All right. Well, I think we're going to be okay. We've got things in decent order here. Hopefully we can make it work. We didn't get warp gates, which is always a little worrisome, but into night.